Hi guys, Ali Taylor down at Heron's Reach, and today we're going to be testing to see whether my current Cobra Speedzone driver is staying in the bag or is it getting booted out, and is the Titleist TSi3 replacing it? Right, so I've had my Cobra driver in the bag since early season, and to be fair, I've loved it. I love the way it looks, love the way it feels. I hit it as long as I've ever hit a driver. Kind of maybe missed more fairways than I'd like to, but is that the driver or is that me? I talk about that a lot in my videos. But when testing the new Titleist driver the other week, I saw some very impressive numbers. So I thought it was a good time to have a shootout. Not convinced that this is going out of the bag just yet, because I still do really like it. But I think there's two ways golfers buy new drivers. One is about distance and one is about accuracy. So I know a lot of you out there will say it's a combination of the two. I don't know. I think at the top end of the game, you're seeing less and less about guys obsessing with hitting fairways and more about hitting it further from the tee. So I'm kind of going to split the test into two separate parts. I'm going to do the first bit where we just see which one goes the furthest with me really going after it. And then the second one, I'm going to set up on a hole on TrackMan Simulator and see which of the two drivers I hit the most fairways with. Off the back of that, I'm going to make a decision and see if that survives or whether I've got a new driver in the bag. Right, and so when you look at distance and accuracy, I'm not saying accuracy isn't important, but you don't see many of the manufacturers marketing their driver as this will make you hit more fairways, predominantly if it's going to go shorter. Because I think most people are motivated by maybe something that moves quicker, gets that ball going quicker, and therefore hits it further. And I'll be honest, I'm no different. So I'm going to hit 5 shots with each driver to begin with, just really going after it, seeing what ball speed I can get out, what distance I can get. For me, it is about what the longest is, but it's also about that average distance. So not just those ones that are flush out the middle of the club face, but the ones that are a little bit off center as well as to how they perform. After that, and I'll have a look at the distance first. After that, I'm going to try and hit some fairways. So it's a case of maybe picking a shot, seeing how good I am at executing that shot. But is that the club or is that me? Still think that's me. Right, so we're going to go Speedzone first. Like I said, I've loved the look and feel of this season. Let's see. I reckon if I can get anything over 300 yards at the moment, that's a good drive. It's a solid one to start, if not absolutely ripped. So a little bit slow for me. Right, so that was a bit of a surprise to be that slow. Right, I know at the moment I'm not swinging as quick as I can, but I'm certainly expecting that up 108, 109 mile an hour. Let's go again. A little bit toey. Just turning over. Probably more around the speed I would expect. So yeah, that last one's probably round about what I am at the moment with driver. Trying to work on getting a little bit quicker. Okay, let's see if we get some speed. Now that one's got a chance. Decent clubhead speed. So again, not bad. And anyone that's been watching my videos lately will know round about that 160 ball speed is my kind of expectation. So that first one was back a little. Not really focusing too much on accuracy on these first few. Again, ball speed's up. That's a bit longer at 291. Right, so we've got one final one with Speedzone. Can I find another 9 yards to get me to that 300 yard mark? Okay. No. Very toey, very left, very short. Okay, longest one there at 291, 265 carry. Average there at 252, 278. If I'm being honest, the thing that made me think about whether I should be changing driver wasn't necessarily down to the very best strike. I did see more ball speed with the Titleist in my fitting than I'd ever seen. I was swinging a little bit quicker a few weeks ago, but it was more on the slightly off-center ones how I saw maybe a better maintenance of ball speed. So let's go 292 for the longest. Felt a little bit low off the face. Ball speed's right up there though. And 289 for my opener. Okay, so straight away there, one that wasn't the perfect strike, still seeing some really good ball speed. Now, has that got a chance? Ball speed's quick, 297. Right, so we've definitely got the longest one out there with the Titleist. See if we can get past 300 though. A little bit turny. Quick ball speed again. 292. And that definitely for me has been, interesting with the Titleist driver. And I'm sure, this won't be the only driver going forward that'll see that more forgiveness of ball speed. But maybe first on the market that I've seen with this level of forgiveness. So again, high draw. Ball speed down a touch. But that's big at 302. Now, if I'm honest, I know that slightly high, slightly toey one with me is good. Launches high, spins low. Right, so I've got one over 300, so let's give this last one a real rip. Nearly missed it off the bottom. Definitely going left. 270, so a very, very poor one to finish. Right, so there's the long one. 278 carry, 303 total. Just under 161 ball speed. And we see the average carry 263, average total 289, 50, and that ball speed over 160 for an average. And when we compare the two drivers, we can see 10 yards extra in carry, 11 yards extra total, 2 mile an hour more clubhead speed with the Titleist, but 3 mile an hour ball speed. Right, we can see a definite improvement with the Titleist, predominantly down to the fact that I'm able to maintain a better ball speed off the club face, which therefore gives me a bit more distance. Now, I do swing that a little bit quicker. There's no real reason for that, but just a little bit quicker with the Titleist. So on distance alone, that'd be an easy decision for me to put that in the bag. Let's go for accuracy now. Again, 5 shots, got a fairway set up now, so now it really, really counts. Not worried about how far these are going. I'm still going to go kind of normal speed and try and get as many in the fairway with 5 balls as I can. Felt a good strike. Sorry, just changed that over onto an actual fairway. So we can see 1 out of 1 with the Titleist. Now, should I be thinking super confidently that 1 out of 1, they're all going in the fairway? Or is my confidence a bit fragile and I think, well, I've got the best one out of the way early? Right, come on, same shot. Not going for a huge amount of shape, to be fair, with driver at the moment. That's got no chance. Little pushy cut. That is in the deep stuff. Now, that's what I mean about, does driver really help? If you put a poor swing on it, absolutely no chance the length I'm hitting it of getting it in play. Right, shot 3. Got the marching band going. One right, one left. Right, so let's pick a shape on this one. Let's go a little draw. Focus on what I need to do rather than get one a bit steery. Overdone it. Again, left rough. Right, so 1 out of 4, not good at all so far. We'll go a little draw again. No. Another left one. Right, so I would like to say that shouldn't be too tough to beat. So definitely with this driver, where with the Titleist one I generally find it a little bit easier to draw the ball, probably a little cut is the feeling that I have with this driver. So I'm going to go just down the left edge, try and let it drift back. That needs to just hang on. It's in play. Definitely wasn't the best. Definitely wasn't the best strike, but it would be in play. Same again. So I think we have a winner on accuracy. Yep, that is absolutely perfect. That has got no chance. Umpire calls a wide. Right, last 2. I know this one's already won, but let's see, get a decent percentage in play. No. Whew, definitely not an accuracy boy with driver. Now, made the comment not an accuracy boy. Some may argue not a distance boy either. Right, come on, let's have one more. Let's get this in the fairway. Got a chance, a little bit heely. Let's have a quick look on top. No, that one just off the edge. Now, interestingly, if we just look at dispersion there between the two, I mean, you wouldn't say either were those particularly good. Now, obviously the winner there on accuracy was the Cobra. When you're going 40% against 20%, it's not really a lot to write home about. Now, interestingly though, maybe when I'm going for those fairway finders there, try to swing a little bit more within myself. So let's have just one more with each where I really go for it and see if I get that more in play. No. That might actually go off the screen. That could be that wide. Splosh. Right, well, it's only fair that I try and bomb one with the TSi3. Definitely didn't see any more accuracy with the Cobra when I went for one. Okay. Let's just forget those last 2, eh? They were absolute dreadful. Right, so accuracy was Cobra, distance was Titleist. Let's have a recap and see which one I would choose. Right then, guys, so distance-wise we saw Titleist, accuracy-wise we saw Cobra, but I think we can agree from the accuracy thing, it was the winner of a bad bunch there, wasn't it? There wasn't great swings on any of those. Now, just looking at which one which, just comment below and let me know which one of those drivers you would pick for me. Would you stick with the Cobra or would you get me switching onto the Titleist? So comment below, pause the video, We're going to come back in a couple of seconds and I'll tell you my decision. Right then, did you do it? Did you comment below? I'll be checking. Right, so for me, accuracy is definitely about me as a user. It doesn't matter. I do appreciate some of the drivers, higher MOI, the off-center strikes, maybe don't shape as much, stay in play a little bit more. But when you deliver the club poorly, like I did on those two last ones, it doesn't matter what driver you're using. The ball is going to go in trouble. So for me, I love the fact that this Titleist gives me more ball speed, therefore gives me more distance. I can work on the accuracy thing about presenting the club better at impact, which will get me more in play. So that is the skill I need to work on. I also need to develop the skill of speed, but the accuracy thing also needs to be in there. So for me, it's quite an easy decision to switch driver. Now, I'll often say, I don't necessarily think you should be changing driver every single year, but I think if there is something that for you as an individual, you see an improvement, you've got to consider it. Got to consider it. If you're playing golf to play better and enjoy yourself more, why wouldn't you want a club that helps you hit the ball further? You know, for me, an extra 10 yards off the tee is a club shorter into the green, and in theory, I should score better from that. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below, and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.